Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show. Once again, we're in the film room with Eric Wood, and we're going to chop some wood here as we dissect the film of the Cleveland Browns game last week. Eric, thanks for joining us. Tough loss and a hard-fought game by the Buffalo Bills down in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was. And you know, the Bills only gave up 19 points on the game. The defense scored 2 points themselves, a net of 17. You'd like to say the Bills would win that game. Came down to a kick at the end, and unfortunately, the Bills couldn't get that kick any closer. Both kickers struggled in that game, especially going that direction in the stadium. I'm not sure, wind a factor, whatever it may be. But the Bills let one slide, but still sitting at 6-3 on the season. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, going into that game, we knew it was going to be a big matchup. Tre'Davious White against Odell Beckham Jr. Tre'Davious more than held his own. He got 5 receptions for 57 yards, and a couple of those receptions weren't while he was being guarded by Tre'Davious. But we're going to look at some of the plays from that matchup today in the film room. First, in the first quarter, on a 3rd and 1, Tre'Davious White at the bottom of the screen matched up on Odell.
Yeah, like you mentioned, a number of Odell's catches came when they were in zone defense. I thought the Bills' best game plan was when they had Tre'Davious just simply track Odell around the field and play press man coverage. And here it's a 3rd and 1, maybe a 3rd and 2, high conversion rate in the NFL. Baker Mayfield goes to Odell on the slant, and Tre'Davious is simply blanketing him here. And Tre'Davious does such a good job at the end of plays as receivers go for the ball of raking their arms or raking the ball out. And when you're stride for stride with a guy at all times, it's easy to do that. He makes an incredible play there, getting the defense off the field.
Pass breakup number 2 is down in the red zone. That goal line stand was a big topic of conversation after this game happened, but this one, they're trying to get isolated. Odell Beckham Jr. on Tre'Davious White, and Tre'Day comes up big.
Yeah, he does, and it's a one-on-one fade route. Nobody else is on a route, so this is simply Odell versus Tre'Davious in the corner of the end zone. Throw the ball up in the air and let your receiver try and make a play. And as Odell Beckham tries to come down with this ball, Tre'Davious just waits and punches it out at the last second. Like I mentioned before, he has such a knack for punching the ball out as the receiver tries to come down with the ball, and that's part of the reason why opponents' quarterbacks have the lowest passer rating in the league while targeting his receiver.
Now looking ahead to this matchup against Miami, the Dolphins are riding a 2-game win streak, which never looked like it was going to happen early in the season, but really it's Ryan Fitzpatrick that has made them competitive, and we'll see what he does here as he did this to Buffalo early in the season. We'll get a look at that as well, but he continues to make them competitive.
Yeah, over their last 4 games, they gave Bills all they wanted in Orchard Park. Then they played the Steelers on Monday Night Football, and they played the Steelers extremely tough, and then they win their last 2 games. And I tweeted before the season when they got in tank mode and they said they were going to start Ryan Fitzpatrick. I said, be very careful because you will not get the #1 pick with Fitzpatrick there. He will get guys to buy in, and that seems to be what happened. And as the season goes on, all those new guys they picked up when they got rid of all the players, when they decided to go into tank mode at the end of training camp, all those guys are now starting to gel for them a little bit better, and they're playing better football. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is always dangerous with his legs. He can throw the ball around the field, he can make plays, but what he can do with his legs keeps the defense honest at all times. And when a quarterback is willing to put his body on the line for his teammates, Fitz tries to run over Micah Hyde going into the end zone on this touchdown. When a quarterback will do that kind of thing, it'll get guys to buy in, it'll get guys to want to play harder for him. You often see that with Josh Allen. The guys on the team love Josh Allen. They talk so highly of him. Well, part of it is because Josh Allen, similar to Ryan Fitzpatrick, has no ego, and he's willing to put his body on the line and try and make plays for his teammates. And because of that, that's why you're seeing the Dolphins play better ball. And he's really got those receivers playing well. Now, the Dolphins come in. Last time we played the Dolphins, Preston Williams, the receiver for the Dolphins, a rookie out of Colorado State, he will not be in this game. He's out for the year with injury. But this is a game you need to go down to Miami and take care of business coming off a loss at Cleveland.
Eric, thanks for your insight. We're going to see if the Bills can get back on track down on the beach in Miami. Have a great weekend this weekend, and thanks for joining us again.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Steve.